All right, so someone asked me a question. I did a video about 10, I don't know, 10 months ago. It's an old video showing the motion at that time. They had added the motion where you can make the stuff, like you could take the velocity basically and have it move between with the step sequencer stuff, which is really cool at that time. And I think it's still a cool thing that you can do it. You can do it with pitch. You can do some interesting things. But their question was more pertaining towards getting the swing. And there's that natural swing that a person might have built into them that they can create. But it's kind of challenging for some people, especially if you're not a drummer and you're not. And then the SP got its own little things you got to deal with too of learning. So I thought I would show my method of it. This is not the only way to do it, and it's not the best way. I won't say all that. I'll just show you my way, and hopefully it benefits you or helps you in some way when you're using it. All right, let's start. So I have kick, snare. I'm not going to use all these hi-hats. I'm only going to use these three here. Right here, okay? Now here's what the pattern sounds like. I already did it, and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so I think the primary thing here to know is the hats are the key, but I'll show you what I do with the kicks too to kind of help. Let's go into TRX. So we're gonna hit record. That is on pattern 1, and I have it set for 2 bars, and you have to hit remain. That puts you into TRX. So my first step before I press record and start doing this is I always go with 50% plus on the shuffle. It just works. If you hit shift, you can see your metronome volume, your timing, and that. So I'm going to leave that alone. Then go ahead and hit record. Okay. So let's see if we can stop it for a second and see. I just want to show you the pattern. Okay, hold on a second, because it's been a minute since I did. All right, so set that, then hit record. Okay, cool. All right, so you'll see, here's the hats. And all I did was I took the shuffle, put it at 50%, and I took the start up to about 40%, actually. Right? So the start is basically nudging it a little bit, or starting it at a different point, so it's not starting directly on the grid. If you hold down shift, you can visit that spot. That's what I'm doing, hold down shift with the shuffle at 50. And then I just plugged in the hats. And it gives it that like vibe, right? Where you doing it. I only did 2 bars, so you can always duplicate this later and take out parts if you want to. Okay, I left mine at 90% velocity. It is what it is. Now, if you go shift, go to the snares. I did pretty much, it doesn't hold, that's the only thing, it doesn't hold exactly what I did, so I'm having to show you. I did the snares at about 5%, or it was 7%? 5%, 7%? It was like 7. And I put them start at 7, so that helps too with the swing, just nudging them off just a little bit. So they're still on time, still 50% shuffle. Okay, so then let's look at one more, which is the kick. Now, my technique with the kick is different. So what I usually do with the kick is I'll place the first one on each bar. So here's bar 1. I'll always put the first one in, just put it in like on there, and then I do the second one. And then after I do that, then I go exit out, and then I hit record again. And this time I go in without TRX. Don't put any swing on. Don't put no quantization. That's quantization strength, by the way. You can leave the grid on. Just don't put any strength on it. Leave it at 0. And I go in and I play rhythmically the ghost kicks, we're going to call them, right? So you got the initial kicks, then I go in and I do the ghost kicks. And so that's what you see when you go back into here and you look at the kicks. These are me playing them in. If you don't like something, just delete it and redo it. But like, I don't like this one being that loud. So I'm going to put it like maybe like 50 or something. See how that sounds. Ooh, that sounds worse. So I'm just going to take it out. You can always go back and add more to it. I'm going to put this one at like 80 and this one at like 90 since it's the first one. Maybe I'll do this one at 80. I kind of like that better. That's not fixed velocity too, by the way. If you put fixed velocity on, everything's gonna be at its loudest point. So to me, that's a waste of making a beat when I'm gonna put everything at the same velocity. You're not gonna have any feel to it. So the same thing goes with the hats. So if you hit record, I'm gonna go back into here, okay, and I'm gonna leave it on TRX mode, and I'm gonna hit record, and we're gonna look at the hats. So if you put the hats always at 90 velocity, it's going to be terrible. Put the hats at like maybe 15 on these hats, and then switch it to maybe like 20, 25 on these. Okay. At the same time, making sure you have 50 shuffle and 40 on the start. And you can vary that a little bit from 40 to depending on how hard you want the swing to hit. And do your hats first, maybe, right? Because that helps too. Hats and snares. You should be able to do hats and snares first. And then if you want to just go back and play all the kicks in, play all your kicks. Or if you don't want to play all your kicks, do like I do and just plug in one and vice versa. But that's how you get that. That's to me how I get the roll. I mean, not the roll, the swing. All right. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to show how I do it. I'm sure there's other methods out there. Do your research, find some other methods too. Something else may work better for you, but I'm just showing you my way. All right, I'm out.